We're here with Jennifer Greene and Pepper, in case you hear any noise.
I've been writing, I write primarily under Jennifer Greene, although I've had a couple other, 3 or 4 other names, pseudonyms, but over 40 years, I've been lucky to get a lot of acclaim for my books that I feel wonderful about. The most current one is this one, which is Hall of Fame Award in this series, which is about short contemporary books.
Nice.
And
these are actually heavy, guys.
oh my God,
You wouldn't actually believe it.
okay, and this one, wait, where'd I put that one? Well, it went somewhere. Okay, here. Oh, all right, it's back for my back. This is the RITA Award. Alison Heart is my business name for my writing. It's the 2009 Nora Roberts Lifetime Achievement Award winner. Nora, if you ever look her up, she's written more than anyone else and has more books in print than anyone else. She's also not a close friend, but we've done workshops together and we see each other at things. So it was special for me particularly.
Aww.
Then each of these represents something else. Romance Writers of America.
Keep going.
Romance Writers of America started to be a small organization. This was when it was maybe 2,000 people, RWA, the Golden Medallion. It was one of the first ones I had for a book named titled Silver and Spice. That was under Jean Grant, which was one of my first pseudonyms. After that, let's see, I had Jessica Massey that was given to me by Dell, even though I only did one book for them. And then I started with Jennifer Greene. Well, no, this was Best Series Romance back when, and those were all Jean Grant books, about 15 of those. And this was given to me at one of their conventions. I don't know where they got these. They look like bowling awards to me, some of them. This is Career Achievement Award from Romantic Times for Series Storyteller of the Year in that year. Anyway, RWA grew to be about 10,000 writers, primarily women's fiction writers. Nobody turned down any guys, but we were interested primarily in writers networking, being able to network together to help each other make publishing better, make our books better, achieve surviving in a very tough world for women. It wasn't easy to get started. You don't learn to write from a degree or just school. Writers can help each other to write, not just by networking, but by offering classes and workshops on the craft, which I love to do. I loved helping other writers. But anyway, that's how it became so powerful. Rita Gallagher is the name of a woman who started RWA, and that's why we called it the Rita.
Oh, the RITA Award.
And I don't know who designed it.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 RITA Awards.
Yeah.
And we have a
others from
total of 89 books right now finished and published.
I keep saying it wrong. I'm pretty sure it's 88. It could be 89. I think it's whether or not I count one that was a literary book.
What I can tell you is when I was a girl, I would go to her kitchen and the books were all over the walls.
The covers. My husband did that until we ran out of space, and it was a huge kitchen. But that was a lot of frames to dust, especially in a kitchen area.
Yeah.
Anyway, these are still a lot of things to dust, but
she actually just keeps
grateful.
them hidden up in a corner, and I'm the one who coaxed her to get them down.
They're so heavy. But I am proud of them, and I'm proud of my involvement in RWA that helped create such a strong advocate for writers, women's fiction writers especially. I've written for Berkeley, for Dell, for Avon, for Harlequin. Oh, I don't want to miss the other ones. Avon is, all of those publishers had different lines, different types of genres. Like this was Second Chance at Love, which was Berkeley Jove. Berkeley still exists. Joe does not. Avon still. Since the e-publishing started, many of the bigger book publishers conglomerated. Harlequin is still just a major force. And one of the wonderful things about working for Harlequin was not just how big they were, but they were international. So if you sold a short contemporary, it could go into 21 different languages.
Wow.
So it didn't just...
Oh, yeah, we should also mention that she not only published in English, but...
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
21 different languages. Well, Harlequin did that, not me, but it meant there were lots of sales across the world. I got lots of letters from women across the world. What I loved about this field is that it was by women, for women, and written by women. I just said that, but the point is, it's easy for non-lovers of romance to put down the field. That's not why I got into it. I believed in a way to reach women on subjects that mattered to them, whether it was troubles with careers, just problems we all suffer from. I wrote one book about a woman alcoholic. I wrote another about date rape.
When you research a lot of your locations and your
I
time.
research all of my locations and try to add a spice of that location, whether it's food or the smell of the dirt in Georgia, or
Right.
what music unique to an area, and also to be careful of other people's. In Michigan, we call our workers from Mexico Spanish. It's just a proper, not proper, but a respectful term. If you go out west, you don't use that term, and you use other terms depending on what you're talking about. If you talk about even cars, if you're a farmer in Michigan, you have a Chevy, or you better. If you go out west, you better have a Ford pickup, or you're bad. I don't know about how men decide these things, but you just, if you're going to research another place, you have to know the details. Or a reader will find them out and find it, and you can't do that. They will not be happy with you. I think what works for this field is from the first page, the writer's job is to make a relationship with the reader so they know, that reader knows she can trust the author, that I will tell her the truth via the character, the main character. And so she knows who's the heroine is. She knows what we're trying to do. She knows what's happening. Women have so many conflicts in today's world. So unfortunately, the books date themselves for sure. But in the 80s, when women were trying to be plumbers and carpenters and make headways in certain fields, that every woman didn't have to be at home or be a nurse or a teacher. So a lot of those were breaking out in that sense. They were also wearing pretty silly clothes, you know, suits with big shoulders to show they could be like men. About in the 90s, we kind of finally realized that women needed to be strong their own way.
Right.
Not a man's way, but what they bring to the table. And the best world we create is both genders bringing their strengths to the table, not one being in conflict with another. Or I believe strongly about that. And those are the kinds of books the romance field invited and put those areas up front.
Because Jennifer Greene has more content in her books than I'd say a lot of people. That's just me. So
that's bias from someone who cares about me there. Joey has already always known about my books and my career. But anyway, I don't know what else I can say.
Well, I think that this was a good introduction, and we're going to come back and show a whole bunch more of the covers and some other things. And I just want to thank you for your time, Jennifer.
Thank you for asking me.